What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse, and this is the auditorium where I react to video game music for the first time from games I've never played or heard about as a musician myself. Today is a request from Shadow Maxim over on Patreon. This is a game I've never heard about or seen or anything. It's called Neptunia ReVerse, and the song is called Brave Black ReVerse. Alright, well, no idea. Looks anime AF. No idea what to expect. Black Brave ReVerse from Neptunia ReVerse. Let's go. All right. I have such a soft spot for synthesizers, man. So they give me more. Oh wow, this just reminded me of something. I'm not sure if it's looped yet. Bass. There's so much going on. Long guitar solo. Oh, it's time to turn it up. Oh, the bass and the drums right now are like perfect unison. Synth solo? No. There's a whole lot of music going on right now, and yet you can hear everything pretty clear. It doesn't sound too muddy. I like that. I like that it's like, it's a really good phrase guitar solo. It's not just shredding like crazy. You know what's funny? Is I started this video with kind of not my best of moods. Not that, I don't know if, I doubt people could tell, but you know, I'm not one to really bring my issues to work with me type of thing. But you know, it's been kind of a long day. And I asked myself, I'm like, well, usually when I'm having these kind of days, it's just one of those days, right? You know, I usually go out of my way to do stuff I really, really, really like, or really, you know, go have like something I enjoy to eat or something like that. You know, counteract it. And the other thing to do the opposite of these feelings is music. Of course, music is probably arguably the most important thing for me in my life. It's just kind of always been this escape in multiple ways, and especially with VGM, when you put VGM into the mix, now you're getting into more like memories, you know, playing as a kid and all that. And for me, as soon as it started, I was already kind of just enjoying it. This is the way it sounded and production value. But then I just kind of remembered, like, hey, you know, like this is what you do. So, you know, snap out of it. You're listening to VGM. Remember that one cool thing that you like and always brings you back. That's kind of what happened here. It was kind of it was a little emotional trip, and it just kind of reminded me of every time that I listen to these songs, in a way I kind of get sent back to a simpler time. And I get that feeling quite often now. And it's enough to extinguish a sour mood. So, just wanted to throw that out there, so thanks. Anyways, this song. What is it called again? Neptunia ReVerse. The V is capitalized, so I don't know if that's a reverse, but either way. And then this one's Brave Black ReVerse. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what kind of game this is. I could guess it's an RPG, but who knows? To me, now that I've played a couple of RPGs, to me it would seem like that's battle music, but in reality, I have no idea. I can't even give you a setting or anything. I didn't really try to guess. I was more focused on just the sheer musicianship. This was a very professional song. Everything was crystal clear. I could hear the drums, I could hear the bass, I could hear the guitars, since I think there was even organ at the beginning. It made me think that this is kind of recent. The recording sounds fresh, sounds very in the past 2-3 years. So I was just enjoying the sounds of it, and kind of just honestly just amazed at how well everything sounded. It was very, very, I know it sounds kind of like a weird thing to say, but it sounds very musical. There was just a lot of music happening. When I say stuff like that, it's kind of like if I were to isolate all the stems of the song individually, which I like to do, it kind of gives the song multiple lives. So if it was possible for me to listen to this song as just drums, I would, and it'd be cool. Or as just guitars, etc., etc., etc. And that's the way I kind of imagine it. Even though they're all together, I hear them all kind of doing their own thing. And to me, that's what kind of like separates a good production value to like a not so good one. Whole lot of guitars, whole lot of synths, whole lot of synth. Speaking of guitar, I really, really admire when clearly the guitar player can shred and they can just go crazy. But it's not always about that. It's almost never about that, really. I guess it depends on the song and what the song calls for. But, you know, he was showing what he can do. but also there was a lot of emotion. There were single notes. There was just a lot of bending. There was tapping. There was kind of just like everything, but just to kind of make this overall emotional type thing where instead of oh, here he goes, he's gonna shred now, cool, it's like, oh, well, he did that instead, because the song kind of was hinting at it was gonna go into a sort of just shreddy type solo, but it didn't. So it's called phrasing because it's imagine that guitar solo as like you're speaking phrases. You know, you have blocks of certain things. You're not just talking like this every single time and it's just like one, you know what I mean? Like you gotta change it up every now and then and speak like this. Okay, that phrase is over. Now let's talk like this. So that's what I mean by his phrasing was really good. This reminded me of a game that I can't believe I'm even mentioning here. It's Gunbound. I don't know if anyone even knows what that is, but Gunbound was it was like a Worms clone back in the day, and I loved that game. I think it's still even going, and the music of that game was pretty cool for the time. Still cool, but it just reminded me of a little bit of that kind of energy, and I don't know, it just reminded me of that, and that's always a good thing. I have a lot more requests for this game via the same requester, and I think others from the same series, maybe, because I think I saw the word Neptunia quite a bit. So there's at least there's more. I'm not going to try to say the word curious. That doesn't count. I'm trying to think of another word that makes me I'm feeling inquisitive about mostly the setting. Don't know who the composer is either, but mostly the setting or where that plays. I think I would ideally always love to know in each song, but as far as me, I didn't get anything. To me, it felt more universal. That's why I think it's like a battle theme, because it kind of can go anywhere. Plus, the mood of it kind of geared towards that. Although, who knows, because there was that bridge in the middle. So, not sure. Anyways, Neptunia ReVerse, no idea, but it was... I don't know what to expect when I started it, but I wasn't expecting that much musicality, I guess. I was expecting something quite simple and repetitive. Why I felt that way, I'm not sure. It's just, maybe just that was just the mood I was in or something, but I definitely wasn't expecting this huge palette of times, sounds, instruments, and phrasing. So, color me surprised. Brave Black ReVerse. Let me know more about this game if you've played it and all that good stuff. And I will definitely be doing more of these. I know I have more requests from the same requester, so cool. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Thanks to you for watching. I wanted to give a shout out to my Platinum members on Patreon, which is Kevin, Patrick, Shadow Maxim, who requested this, Vanadel, Kalanin, Gardeline, Mushimari, Justin, Knox, and Triedge 101. Until next time, dudes and dudettes, may VGM carry you to the promised land like it did to me today. I will see you all in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.